opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Now here's Cam Scatterbull on the ground. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Caught by Theo Johnson. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is first and goal.
Here we go, set. Check up.
Scatterbull is in for the New York touchdown. The Giants don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Ready to send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Here we go, set. Fix the Eagles, fix the Eagles.
Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who are going to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Kevin Pirates, reload.
Second down give to Kronsky Merritt. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want to open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Let's go now. Press all 80. Ready.
Daniels setting up the play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
First down now, ball at the 33. Scatterbull now from the gun. And he gets a few on the close forward.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Go play action. Here's Dart.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Got a man and Neighbors has it. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Tracy has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, here's Scatterboard. And he gets in, touchdown! The Giants pull that in front further, 13-zip.
Okay, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive touchdowns, but even sweeter than that is 2 rushing touchdowns. You are setting the tone and a mindset, and this defense, they better regroup.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. You start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yeah, you just want to gain some confidence.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Dragon 60. Hawk 70. Hawk 7.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Taken in by Norvell. And no gain after the catch, but a gain still out across midfield. There to the 45. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Washington 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. Daniels on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Taking a chance to the end zone. This is cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders reach pay dirt for the first time this game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Commanders chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7. 1 quarter down for these 2 NFC East teams. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy dropped for the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Dart. Connection made with his running back. This is Cam Scatterboot. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Darts out of the shotgun. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's 4th down coming up. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey, Cowboy 80.
They'll run it out of the pistol. Kosky Mira. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
From the gun, it's Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Giants have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing now off the play action. Up the left side finds Johnson. Shoves one away. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. Here's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun here. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, kid. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Gano ready to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Okay,
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
let's go now.
They go inside give to Krosky Merritt. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. That's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Ready.
They're going to run again here with Krosky Merritt. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19.
At the 46-yard line.
Trap 50, trap.
Play action now. Daniels. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. It's a race down the right side. And he can't get there, but what a gain. Down to the goal line. He's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Washington.
Check. Let's go.
Krosky Merritt. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Stick around. There's more from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal.
Panther 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Krosky Merritt again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a one-score game before halftime. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the Commanders cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Running with, I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Here goes Dart to the air. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Back to throw. Here starts. Flushed out of the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, here's Dart. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Kane Medrano makes the play. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And almost do another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you think your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
On second and 10 now, Daniels. It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Pulled in by his back. Scatterboo. Up the sideline to the 45. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. One play in and they are already close to midfield.
48-yard line.
Dark from the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. We've set it downs from the 37. On first and 10, here's Dart. Catch is made, it's Jalen Hyatt. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for a New York first down. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Dart gonna throw again. On a slant, complete to Johnson. They get this down to the 7-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Throwing it again here. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Last two passes haven't worked out. Another one likely coming. It's 3rd and goal.
Cougar 19. Go.
Dart setting in the throw here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take the lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Gano ready to send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Come on. Warriors, 17, 6, 7.
Rolling on first down. Daniels. Look at that power. Deep left side. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
70, Timberwolf. Trap 60, 18, Rodwood.
He's back to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Here we go. Comeback team. 70 Lions. 19 tight.
Looking to throw. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Stopped on the run back of the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Running with Scatterboo. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Darts out of the shotgun. Chased out to his right. He finds Neighbors right side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, we got to push it up.
long. They're going to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Come on. Panther 11, Panther 19, Warriors 17. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
On 1st down, this is Scattergood. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
From the gun, here's Dart. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Street. Set it in.
Driving forward with Scattergood. A lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that run stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now pressure coming. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Krosky Merritt straight ahead. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Okay, ready?
He'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Viking 18.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Completes one and bends in it. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Dixie Maverick.
On first down, here's Daniels. That's incomplete left side.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Ready. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Play fake here, Daniels. Down the field, Evans has it. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
Again, Daniels to the air. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
From the red zone now. And they pick him off again! Devo's got it! And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scatterberg. Looks like they're getting about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Bails out of the pocket quick. That's to his running back, Devin Singletary. And he goes out of bounds. What a play to end this 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Giants with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win.
Hold it ready.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
The Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Let's go.
This is Scatterberg, left side. Here he goes again. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Cano's point after is good. And the Giants take a 3-possession lead.
Commanders 21.
Ready to send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on. Hit. Hook it, my team. 60 Bobcat. 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Buffalo 18. Gravity Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And they pick him off again. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
All set to go now from the 35. Going with Scatterboo here on the ground. And he drives that puck backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Here starts. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now it's Scatterboo. It's inside the 10. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles. 19 tight. 19 tight.
From the red zone on 1st. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Now as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants make it a 24-point ball game.
45. Commanders 21.
Gano ready to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. It's Cox. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Is Cox. This is Bantworth looking downfield. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
60, Cougar 19.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Offensive line fast.
16 more yards. That's another Washington Commanders first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Yards. And the Washington first down.
Working inside the red zone. Makes the catch. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that.
And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders putting up points in a game decided. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Daniels now bringing his guys to the line, getting everyone set for this two-point attempt.
Let's go now.
Will line up for the
Got
2-point
the Lions.
conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the call to go for it not awarded as the pass falls incomplete.
45. Commanders 27.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Darts out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's good for a New York first down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants nearing their second win of the campaign. So first down from the 41. On the ground, it's Scatterbull. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go now.
It's Scatterbull on 2nd down. This is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Manages a gain of 3 there. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Escapes the pocket. Rolling and takes it brought in deep down the sideline. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Giants put up even more points in a win. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. The nose point after is good. And the Giants continue piling on to this lead. just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Get it. 70, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
Now Daniels to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense is hurrying, time running down.
Back to 50, 79 Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Daniels now on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On the gun, it's Daniels. Right side, caught by Sinnott. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Offense up to the line fast.
19 Tigers.
Another Washington Commanders
19 Lions.
1st down.
Play action now. Daniels buying some time right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Commanders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
The kick is good.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Commanders make it an 18-point game.
34.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Giants come up with that kick. They're going to hold on to the victory in this one. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. First call here coming from the shotgun. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that.